This Sorrento has a diesel heater installed. Here's the tank on the front. Let's go inside the trailer and have a look at where the other components are. So inside the trailer, we have on one side, we have the inlet, which will bring the air in for the diesel heater. And then here on the other side, we have the outlet, which will blow the hot air, and also our control panel. We're now going to cut to our instruction video that we shot in another trailer, which will show you how we install them and a more detailed video on how to use it. Hi folks, here we are in front of the Joanna, and I'd like to take a moment to show you the diesel heater that's installed in this trailer. On the front of the drawbar is the tank, which is mounted behind the stone guard. Then under the tank, there's a wiring which runs along the drawbar line and up inside the cabin. So let's go into the cabin and have a look at how it works and where it's installed. So inside the cabin, in this case, we're inside the Buckley. We have the diesel heater on the passenger side of the cabin under the seat. This is also where the stereo and the pump is, one of the water tank pumps. So with the diesel heater, the main unit is the motor inside, and then there's two duct outlets. One is an inlet to bring in your air, and then the other is the outlet to blow out the hot air. On your control panel, when you turn your trailer on, the control panel will come on and it'll start a timer. In this case, it says 20 odd minutes because we've had the trailer on for 20 minutes. What we need to do is to get it to work. It's really simple. We can either turn it on the control panel, or we turn it on with the remote. So we turn it on with the on button, and its display is on, and it will automatically turn on the fan and start blowing hot air. There's a plus and a minus button on the remote, or there's a plus and minus button on the control panel, so you can change the temperature, and the temperature is set here on the panel. So we'll put it down to, in this case, 21 degrees. That'll just take a moment and the fan will kick in and it'll start to heat. So on the buttons on this side is an OK button for your setting. So you can scroll around and set the timer on and off. And you can also set a pin to lock it. And then on the other side here, we have our on and main on and off, and then also our temperature button. Underneath the control panel is also the inlet to bring in the air that will go through the duct inside. So we have here at one end the wiring which is coming from the tank and the pump area for the control panel. Then we have our first duct, which is our inlet, which is bringing in the air from the cabin. Then we're coming through our main heating unit, and then we're coming out the other end with the hot air through the diesel heater. So your unit will come with a basic instruction guide, which has some error codes in it, setting guide, things like that. So just make sure you keep this in a safe place. If you need this, we can get you a copy. There'll also be one up online. But just be mindful of making sure that your diesel heater tank has diesel in it. But if it is in storage for quite some time, just make sure you empty the tank. And also be mindful that every time you turn off your trailer on the main switch, you'll reset any programming that you have in here, and also your timer. So just be aware of that. There's nothing wrong with it. It'll start back into zero. You just need to reprogram what you need, or any specific settings that you might have. So I hope you enjoy.